Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. I want to firstly say thank you to those people that viewed my Lionsgate 88 Lionsgate reading, how we chart our pathway or our course through August, which, on all fronts is going to be very, very difficult. Some of the energy for me was around that heavy feeling that I had, and there's good reason for that too. It's not just, I'm an empath and a very, very sensitive type, always have been, extra sensitive person, and picking up a lot of energy, and we've got on multiple fronts. We have the tragedy of climate change with wildfires in California. I think the Dixie Fire is huge and causing a tremendous amount of destruction, people relocating or having to move out of the pathway of the fire. So for those people that are involved in the Dixie Fire, my heart goes out to you. Equally in Greece, we've got fires burning. And so, I posted also the Gulf Stream current. Yes, it is the Gulf Stream current. Scientists are worried it's going to fail. That will have ramifications again for our climate and our oceans. So on top of all of that, we've got Delta, like wildfire in itself. And in July I kept dreaming of funerals. The death card kept coming out, and of course that has come to pass in my own country and also other countries around the world. In terms of those that are unvaccinated, I do not want people ranting about vaccinations either way. We know what Delta is doing. We know it's exposing a lot. What we have to do is keep a steady course and be courageous enough not to, of course, politicise this. We let Delta do that. Delta is doing that. For those that are political, Delta is doing that one way or another. So, keeping solid in ourselves. I do feel with this Lionsgate energy, I think it is the 8th of the 8th, I've lost track of time, in Australia. I can feel the energies of the portal now kind of like flooding me with light. When I opened up for this reading, I got an image of, I've often said that one of my friends spoke about, when you're feeling like you're burdened, it can sometimes be like you're at the bottom of a well, no way out. Sometimes you've just got to sit there and wait for the light to come, because there will be inevitably a window. And that's what I got. I got this morning. I got light coming through a window. So I'm feeling like we're actually going to be able to start moving forward again. I also feel, which is why I jumped on for this reading today, I also feel that there is going to be an exposure, if not this week, very soon, around this timeline of something to do with justice. And so this is why I want to pull some cards today and have a look at what that might be. The question that has been ruminating for me is around Trump's and others, like the DOJ plant in America, Jeffrey Clark, trying to overturn an election result. I'm wondering whether there's going to be a big move there to perhaps launch some kind of investigation beyond what is just being done in Congress, or even whether someone is going to face some kind of charge. We'll drill down. But firstly, let's take a look. The new moon in Leo, of course. If you haven't seen my Lionsgate 88 reading, it talked a lot about hope being setting your intentions. Your intentions chart your course and your course forward, where your destination is going to be. And I think that's what we're doing at the moment. Okay, so energies for the week, please. For the viewers that are watching, what do they need to know? Every time I pull cards, you need to use your own intuition. These are prompts and guideposts, if you like, for your intuition to receive the answers or the guidance that you need to receive at the time that you're watching. What is the underlying energy messages from Spirit, please? Okay, so I'm using my Crow Tarot for this. The Moon. I love it. I love this card. Never used to. It always meant something murky coming up from the surface. But more and more this is about illuminating. The energy's changing from dredging up the dark pond to see what's there, through to and what information that brings, through to an illumination, the right illumination for our time. So emotions are running high. Remember that. I keep saying, get off social media. Put your feet on the ground. This is very important to ground you. But we've got crows bringing forward a message about something coming to the surface here. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is the energy, the Leo energy. Ace of Wands, fire energy that I'm feeling. We're going to get messages. We're going to get information that's going to allow us to move forward in some way. And it's going to be very, very visible as well. If I look to the US, in a highly partisan Senate, you've got 67 senators versus 27, indicating that they're going to put their vote for Biden's transport bill. In other words, Trump was threatening them. They are ignoring his threats, you know. So what happens? As I said, Trump's power leverage weakens, I think was reading last week. Something's coming to the surface to allow us to move forward. And we've got the King of Cups here. This is nurturing, benign energy. People are making choices, basically. They're making choices. And, you know, the Delta variant is allowing people to make those choices. My friend Dr. Vicky Skirbo pointed out that in physics, Delta means change. I then took it a step further and thought, Delta, what does that mean? You know, it's a geographical term also. And it means many pathways, that a river has many pathways in which it can flow. And I'm just getting that water energy. That was the other thing I got when I opened up, a lot of water energy. So water to me brings forward healing. And this is what this King of Cups energy is doing. So, yeah, absolutely. We're going to be surprised this week about something that we're going to hear. The Page of Cups always brings forward surprises. This is about the Four of Swords is about a battle that's been fought where someone was mortally wounded or wounded in battle. So to me, this is dovetailing into the January the 6th investigation, King of Swords and Justice here. When you have the acting Attorney General at the time in January being pummeled by the White House and Trump taking a very visible lead role in that. There's justice to be done here. It wouldn't surprise me if they announce an investigation. I think the DOJ in America, time to take the gloves off. There needs to be, when you hear about this sort of anti-democratic border, you know, perhaps even treasonous kind of insurrectionist type of activity that's on the record, proven, witnesses, giving evidence, there has to be some kind of action that's taken by law enforcement. This is what I'm feeling we're moving into this week. Let's ask that question. Let's ask that question. For me, my approach to justice, to politics, is around justice. People who make decisions and actions, take certain actions, there's got to be consequences if they hurt or in this case kill. Unfortunately, another Capitol Police officer took his own life. There's great trauma amongst those officers still. 10 of Cups. Okay, so we're going to get some kind of action that is going to benefit the many here. All right, so let's focus in. I'm using my Classic Tarot Deluxe. I don't answer type questions. Apart from anything, I have neuropathy in my hands. So the cards are mostly put in the drop-down menu if you're looking for them. Okay, so we've got the Moon, we've got the Sun, we've got the Lionsgate energy. What's it going to bring forward in relation to, will the kind of insurrectionist type of behaviour from Donald Trump and his allies result in further law-based investigation? I'm not talking about Congress, I'm talking about the DOJ. Will the DOJ move to... Yeah, so the Five of Cups, loss, great grief, great suffering as well, deaths. They have to act. They have to act. Okay, so will the DOJ announce some kind of investigation into the actions of the President and the White House post-election, 2020 election, around attempts to overturn the election result? Will the DOJ finally announce an investigation of efforts to overturn the election result? Okay, here's what I think before I pull any cards. I think that if the DOJ had done this earlier, there could have been a lot of violence, and I think Jeffrey Rosen, the acting Attorney General at the time, testified for 7 hours. He's really willing and wanting to see this justice done. I think it paves the way, and this is what I saw when in my third eye. I saw a road, a straight road. It will be up and down though, but a straight road, a straight pathway forward for the DOJ to act. So we have the Magician card here as the signifier card. The Magician, manifestation. Yeah, that's a yes card. It's a strong yes card. Something is manifesting now at the moment in relation to this question. And we've got the Temperance card. Moderation and balance and healing. Two really major arcana cards here. We are moving toward a pathway for justice to occur in relation to the attempts to overturn the election. At the foundation of the reading, we've got the King of Cups. That is my card for the Biden administration. Now, the other thing that's coming through is that Biden knows exactly what he's doing. He's been working hard to bring the Republicans, senators particularly, in under his umbrella. It's him being a senator for so long. He's looking at that crab here on his shoulder. There's no fear. He knows what's there. There is a strategy around what they're doing. Now, the Emperor card is in the past. My question was in relation to Donald Trump and the White House and their actions to overturn an election result. He's no longer president, so that means he can be brought to account, called to account for this. The Two of Pentacles, they're weighing up the case at the moment. They're walking a tightrope. I always knew that. It's precarious. But the World card, again in the immediate future, big endings and beginnings. Big endings and beginnings. Big endings and beginnings. So we're going to see something fairly major occur around this question in the immediate future. The Strength card in the here and now. That's a beautiful card. It talks about, not riding into town, guns blazing here. They've taken a different approach and it appears to be working. The tide appears to be turning. The Nine of Pentacles, there is a lot of evidence. The Nine of Pentacles to do with how Trump made his money. The other question here, or the other thing that's looming here, is his tax returns. Now, he has challenged that through the federal court, but we all know that the Manhattan DA has already indicted his chief financial officer. There is a valid reason, and it's not a political witch hunt, for Congress to get his tax returns. There's something around the money he made. There's evidence here. We could even go one step further and here's something, have some kind of investigation into they've already got strong evidence of this kind of monetizing, this kind of payoffs. They're doing it. They're doing the investigations already. They've got a lot of evidence. Are we going to hear about it? So in the hopes and fears, we have the Knight of Cups. This is an offer here, an offer being made. This is also those around who the people who Trump got on side to basically do his dirty work in relation to this question at the DOJ, Clark and others. Ten of Cups. We're going to hear something that will benefit the many. And we have the Eight of Swords. There has been restriction here in the past. They have had their hands tied in a way. But we've got the election loss here. Eight of Pentacles, those who did the work. So I'm going to ask for a clarifying card here. We've got the Ace of Cups and the Hanged Man, having to look at things in a different way. I'm going to ask for some clarity because I'm going to Clark. Clark might have found to be, there could be some kind of charge against him. Again, they need to go for Trump, but I just feel their investigations, they've already got fairly strong evidence. It's a question of time. What does this Ten of Cups mean? What does this Ten of Cups? More and more people are joining, coming over away from Trump. Let's see what we've got here. Betrayal, loss, treason. Can be treason. Betrayal and loss, divorce. More and more are divorcing themselves from him. We know that. Okay, things are flying out. Clarification. So we have the Page of Wands and we've got the Page of Pentacles. We've got information coming through around the money in some way. And we've got the Ten of Cups coming through again. It's like they've got enough now on the record to bring something to a conclusion. The energy, the partisanship has made this really, really, really hard going. But we've got this Four of Swords card here and the Two of Pentacles. The Death card, again, the government having to act on the big lie. Why? Because they need to bring it to an end and because people died. So this is quite... There's no room for them. So they are restricted in the outcome. They are restricted in what they can do in some way. Maybe they don't have all the pieces of the puzzle. But with that Ten of Cups, I feel that they're going to get it. There's 10 cups here. What's going on here? I know they can retrospectively impeach a president. I don't know why I went there. If they've got the numbers. Whoa. Yeah, it's information they want to come out. What's going on here? Do they want a political process to go on here? Well, let's just ask, will Donald Trump be found guilty in the Senate? Whoa. Lovers and the money. We've got information, it's possible. We've got information left to come out around the money he made that went to his own coffers. Here's the Moon. It's coming out. It's coming out. It's been hard for them to get, but people are opening up now. And it's going to allow us ultimately to move out of troubled waters. Yeah. they're getting the information in some way. They're getting the information, gathering the evidence, getting the information. So will he be charged? Perhaps Clark might find himself in really hot water. Ultimately, they're gathering evidence around Trump, the money trail. Follow the money trail, and that's going to lead to, hopefully charges. But also, I feel cordoning off Trump's money in some way. Freezing. Can they do that? Freeze the money? There's going to be a huge investigation, I think, announced into the money here. That's going to come. I don't know if it'll happen this week, but it will come. Things are changing. Things are changing, including the possibility of those senators who didn't have the evidence around what he was doing, perhaps even finding him guilty if they bring an impeachment charge so that he never runs for president again. That's possible. That's a possibility. I'm not sure if it can be done, but I don't know why I went there, but I did. It's all coming out. It's all coming out. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now. And thank you again to those people that supported the channel. I really want to say thank you for that, for those donations. So bye for now. I'll be back again soon with another reading.